What we were really interested in looking at was the ways in which Brazilian women living in a favela community in Rio de Janeiro and Brazilian migrants in London were experiencing gender-based violence. This is one of the UK and London's fastest growing migrant communities, and we really needed to uncover this issue, which is violence against women and girls. There are reports that there were 16 women who are killed every day in Rio de Janeiro. In the context of London, we know very, very little about gender-based violence. This project is in effect an invisible issue within an invisible community.
He would be verbally aggressive, and then he would want to have sex, and I'd say no.
In London, we found that over 80% of women had experienced some form of gender-based violence, and that within that, almost 3/4 experienced it in the public sphere, public transport, the street, and the workplace. We asked women about their experiences before they migrated to London, and we found that 3/4 had experienced gender-based violence before they migrated. But perhaps even more concerning is the fact that half experienced gender-based violence again when they arrived in London. More than half of women are afraid to report to the police, to social services, to organisations, partly because they felt they didn't have enough information, they didn't know where to go. And for those who had insecure immigration status, they were afraid, for example, of being reported to the Home Office, and they were afraid of being deported.
I have the right to say what's happening to me. I'm not alone, I'm not the only victim.
We were very keen to raise awareness of the extent of gender-based violence against Brazilian women in particular, but migrant women more broadly. This is an area that we don't know very much about, and we felt it was incredibly important to have that information, to have that research, in order to try and raise public awareness, but also awareness in government circles.